What if I told you one of the most talked about rookie quarterbacks in the NFL is making headlines for all the wrong reasons? And it's not because of anything happening on the field. Shedeur Sanders, the rising star many believed was gunning for the Cleveland Browns' starting quarterback job, is now facing intense scrutiny after a pair of reckless driving incidents just weeks apart. Is this a young athlete making typical mistakes, or is the pressure of carrying the Sanders name becoming too heavy to handle? Let's break it down. Coming off an impressive showing at the Cleveland Browns minicamp, Shedeur Sanders was quickly climbing the depth chart and turning heads in the locker room. Fans and analysts alike were starting to believe he could seriously challenge veteran quarterback Joe Flacco for that coveted QB1 spot. His arm strength, pocket presence, and calm under pressure were drawing praise from nearly every corner of the league. But while his stock was rising on the field, his actions off the field began raising red flags. Early Tuesday morning, Cleveland police pulled over Sanders for clocking a jaw-dropping 101 miles per hour in a 60 zone. That's over 40 miles per hour past the legal limit. The incident, which took place in the early hours of the morning, immediately lit up sports media and social platforms alike. While Shedeur reportedly handled the situation calmly and respectfully, with one officer even telling Fox 8 Cleveland that Sanders was really cool and fully cooperative, it didn't stop the backlash that followed. A fine of $250 might not hurt his wallet much, but the damage to his reputation is a different story. Notably, some of the NFL's most outspoken analysts wasted no time weighing in. Colin Cowherd, never one to shy away from controversy, criticized Shedeur's reckless behavior. And Jason Whitlock took it even further, not just blaming Shedeur, but also pointing fingers at his famous father, Deion Sanders. On his Fearless podcast, Whitlock argued that when you turn your family into a social media brand, as Coach Prime and his well-off media have done, every mistake gets amplified. You make the same mistakes other young people make, but it becomes a big deal because there's social media traction behind it, he said, and it's a tough truth. Fame brings perks, but it also comes with a magnifying glass, especially when your last name is Sanders. And here's the thing, this wasn't even Shedeur's first speeding incident this month. Just 2 weeks earlier, on June 6th, the Ohio State Highway Patrol cited him for driving 91 miles per hour in a 65 zone on Interstate 71, just outside Medina, Ohio. That ticket came with a $150 fine and additional fees that totaled $249. Now, with 2 tickets in less than 14 days, Sanders faces not just monetary penalties, but growing pressure from fans, teammates, and the Browns organization. Some insiders believe a public apology could be his best next move, whether on his podcast or through social media. It would show accountability, maturity, and a commitment to learning from these mistakes. Because, as we all know, perception matters just as much as performance in the NFL. Still, not everyone thinks the backlash is justified. A co-analyst on Fearless offered a different take, suggesting the attention Shedeur's receiving is more about his last name than the actual incident. "Look, I don't think it's a big deal," he said. "Young men with a lot of means, economically and socially privileged, driving too fast isn't a new thing. Thankfully, nothing happened. He just needs to stay focused." But let's be honest, if this were any other rookie fifth-round quarterback, we wouldn't care. And there's probably some truth to that. The combination of fame, expectations, and social media spotlight has a way of turning minor infractions into national talking points. But fair or not, Shedeur's job now is to prove that he's not a liability, on or off the field. According to current court records, the 2 tickets combined will cost him around $500. But more than the money, it's his public image and standing with the team that could take the biggest hit if these incidents continue. So where does Shedeur Sanders go from here? Will he issue a public statement, take a step back from social media, and refocus on the game? Or will these distractions derail what could have been a breakout rookie year in the NFL? One thing's for sure, when you're carrying the Sanders name in the hopes of a franchise desperate for a quarterback hero, every move you make matters. I'll be keeping a close eye on this story as it develops. And I want to know what you think. Is the criticism fair, or is Shedeur just a young player caught in the spotlight? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe.